Question! What is better than one partially disassembled Honda? Two partially disassembled Hondas. This absolutely concourse-ready specimen is a 1984 Honda Rebel 250, the epitome of starter motorcycles. And as you can see, it has lived an easy life of luxury, always garage kept, never abused, never dropped, with a mere 25,000 miles on it. The throttle is seized up, nothing really works, everything's rusty, everything's bad. That air boot isn't even on. It's a bit of a mess. It's also my wife's. Hi, wife. So the idea here is to take this absolute wreck that has been sitting in a field for a while and restore it, sort of. More of a resto mod. We're gonna make a bobber eventually, but step one there, what we're gonna do today is just tear it down, figure out what we've got, get it ready for the basics, figure out how much rust, there's some surface rust here on the frame, but I don't know if there's anything structural that may need, some repair. There's a bit of foliage that's going to need evicted. The carb is going to need done. This engine actually needs replaced. There's a nasty rattle coming from up here, probably because the cam chain tensioner is gone, and second gear is just completely stripped out. Fortunately, that's broken too. Ignore that. Fortunately, I have an entire engine and carburetor and chain and starter and some wiring sitting over here. So that's good, at least. That's one expensive thing I don't have to buy, and a million other expensive things I still do. Wifey and I are just going to get this torn down and turn what was a complete bike sitting in that corner into a big pile of parts that will also sit in that corner until I get bored again and decide that I want to work on it. Cue the music. Okay, so that was about 2.5 hours of work, you think?
I don't know, what time was it?
That's a good question. It is reached goal of 5,000 steps a clock. Actually, show me. There we go, 10:24. When did we start? 2.5 hours. About 2.5 hours of work, and here's what we're left with. Almost a bare frame, got some instruments left still. That brake rotor has a massive lip around the edge, getting the rotor off. Made getting the rotor off real fun. We got this big old pile of parts, pretty much a bare frame, suspension, all ready to be cleaned up. And I haven't even really mentioned what the plan for this is. I said bobber, but I'm sure when I said bobber, you were picturing some sort of like blacked out, murdered out, you know, wannabe Harley street cruiser thing. Don't know exactly what we're doing, but it's definitely not going to be that. Going to try and do something pretty original with this bike. Something very you instead of something very aging dentist in his 40s trying to look like a rebel on his rebel. So that all's to come. Got a lot to do. A lot before I can really get working on this again. A lot of other projects, but hopefully this won't get neglected too much, he says. Knowing full well this is going to get neglected. Yeah, Honda Rebel project. Hope you enjoyed watching 10 hours of time lapses. Thanks for watching.